Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Brick House Bones. This is this week's edition of the 4 evidence-based exercises I share for free every single week to help prevent fractures and improve your bone health. My name's Dr. Lisa Moore. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, a cancer rehab specialist, and a BoneFit Trained Professional. I have 4 great exercises for you today. We're going to ramp things up just a little bit. A nice full body posture exercise, a deadlift strength exercise, a balance exercise that's a little bit more dynamic, and then a really fun power exercise at the end. So please watch them all and let me know what you think. All right, here we go. So we are going to start with the posture exercise, which is a bit of a dynamic flow, kind of yoga-esque. And we're going to take a step forward onto a bent knee and reach both arms up and look up if that feels safe for you. You can look straight ahead if that feels safer. And then we'll step back. So this is a dynamic flowing posture exercise. Think about lifting the heart as you reach, and if it feels safe, looking up and step back. This is also a bit of a balance exercise if this is challenging for you. So you can for sure do this with a countertop beside you, something you can hold on to if you need to. Alternate back and forth. Let's do 6 more together. 6. Step back. 5. 4. Really lift the heart. Reach for the ceiling. 3. 2, building strength in those legs, and 1. Excellent. Good job. There's our posture exercise for this week, and you could do 10 of those. So alternating 5 on each leg with both arms, 10 of those every day. And you'll find that your dynamic balance gets better with that exercise too. Next, we are going to do a more specific balance exercise, and this is going to be a balance with reaching. And as always, you can use a chair. I got a lot of weight in that chair. You can use a chair to help with your balance to hold on to. And we're in balance. We're going to shift on one leg, balance on one leg, and reach and tap your foot to the front. Reach and tap your foot to the side, and reach and tap your foot behind you. Now, I'm tapping lightly. All of my weight is on my left leg. I'm controlling this motion with my right leg. So it's tap, come back, tap, come back, tap, come back. Reaching our foot out in different directions, forward, lateral, and backwards, while balancing on one leg. And back. I would do 5 rounds. So each position 5 times, and then we switch and do the other leg. Tap, tap, tap. Now, what I see people do incorrectly with this is they do a step or a lunge. They put the weight on that front leg. That's not what we want. We want all the weight on the stance leg, and you're just reaching for a little tap there. So this leg is the leg that's working. And your balance. As always, you can have a chair or counter beside you, helping you if you need to. We want it to be challenging. 5 rounds on each side, even if you're holding on. See if you can do that balance exercise every day this week. All right, I am so excited to bring Deadlift live today. Deadlift is such an important and critical exercise because being able to deadlift means that we can pick up a grandbaby, pick up our groceries, pick up our laundry, carry things we need to carry safely in our everyday life. So if you have a dumbbell or 2 dumbbells or a kettlebell, I'm going to show you each version. And I'm also going to show you how to modify that version if you're just starting out with deadlifts. So if you're just starting out, I like to have a couple of yoga blocks, something to elevate it on. And you want it to be something you can elevate the weight on, that you can have your feet right beside it, because the weight needs to be close to your body. You don't want to be behind where the weight's going to go. For example, I don't want it to be out in front of me like this or out in front of me like this. So if you're starting with this deadlift, you can elevate it on some blocks. I like to use a kettlebell. I'm going to have my feet beside the bell. I'm going to hip hinge. We've practiced this in prior videos, so if you haven't done that yet, go back to that video with the hip hinge. I'm going to grab the kettlebell. We're going to have a big chest, an open heart, squeezing the shoulders back and down, pressing through the feet up to stand, squeeze the butt. To lower it, the hips go back, press through the feet, head is tall towards the ceiling, squeeze the glutes at the top. Reach the hips back, we have a nice straight spine. As you get better, stronger, you lower the height of the box or whatever you're elevating the weight on. And reach back. Now you want to have a weight that is relatively challenging, but we don't want it to cause any pain or discomfort, but we want you to be working hard in that 5 to 8 repetition range. If you're very new to this, it would be the 8 to 12 repetition range. But if you've done them before, then we want heavier weights for the 5 to 8 repetition range. Now, so that is the kettlebell version. You can also do these with a dumbbell or 2 dumbbells. Same thing, reaching the hips back. Hands are going to come out to about the mid shin. Keep the weight close to your body. Press through the feet. Stand back up. Reach the hips back. We don't want to see the weight drift away from the body. Keep it close. That is key. As you're down here, think big heart, shoulder blades squeezing back, pressing through the feet. Do not lean back like that. Just come up to tall, squeezing the glutes at the top. Hips go straight back, form that nice wedge. Press through the feet, come up to tall, squeeze the glutes. So work 5 to 8 repetitions, 3 sets, at a moderately heavy weight twice this week. All right, last exercise today is our power exercise, and this is going to be a push press. And a push press is a lot of fun. I like doing a push press, but it kind of gives us that sense of power and explosiveness in our body. And this is a great exercise because we get compression through our joints, through the whole chain, through the arms, spine, the trunk, and the hips. And a push press starts with 2 dumbbells. Grab whatever weight you're comfortable with for pressing a weight overhead. Dumbbells are going to sit on top of the shoulders with the elbows tucked under a nice straight wrist. So it looks like this. Then we're going to do, I'll show you the side view first. We're going to do a tiny dip and press up. We're driving through the legs. A tiny dip, press up, exploding through the body, pressing the weights overhead, slowly coming down. Now notice the weights come all the way down before we do the next dip. So dip, explode, lower the weight. Dip, explode, lower the weight. This creates more ground reaction forces, and that is that stimulus that we need to tell bone to be stronger. As you load that spring, again, just a small dip, as you load that spring and you explode through the floor, you have the weight in your hands, the compression of the bones in your body against gravity on the floor and with the added weight is exactly the stimulus we're going for. All right, I hope you found this video helpful. I thank you again for coming. And if you haven't subscribed already, please give it a click right down below and then let me know what you think of these. Give me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Thank you. We'll see you next time.